What's at the heart of content marketing? Why should I even do content marketing in the first place? How do I get the best results from it? If these are some of the questions you have, don't take our word for it. Let's talk content marketing with industry professionals. Discover its power and confront its challenges so that you can stand out from your competition. Join Ethan and Hendrik Baird from Baird Media and let's talk content marketing.
Deborah Olaleye, digital marketer and social media strategist from Johannesburg, joining me right now here on Let's Talk Content Marketing. Deborah, let's talk content marketing. First of all, how did you get into this? Tell me a little bit about your history and your journey up to this point.
I studied marketing, diploma marketing at the University of Technology before transferring to University of Johannesburg to finish my advanced diploma and become a nurse. I'm actually looking forward to do my master's in marketing next year. I got into the marketing field as a result of my interest in helping business owners because my parents as well are also into business and they always struggle to get customers for their products. Now I'm currently working at GoWP while having my own side job at the side. So I'm working at GoWP as a virtual assistant. So at GoWP, I'm doing 3 tasks and 1 role of a project manager, marketing assistant, and also an administrative assistant. So it's been fun so far because I get to hard marketing, so administrative and managing project at the same time. So it's really a great experience for me so far.
That's fantastic. Obviously, you work a lot with content, being a digital marketer and on social media. How do you define content marketing?
Content marketing generally is just a way of writing content to get engagement, people engage and boost the visibility of a brand. So to me, getting engaged entails more than just writing, right? Content marketing needs to be very short, precise, and clear. As we have a generation of readers who are always looking for the main point from what you're trying to tell out to them. So if a marketer fails to see this point and study the audience, they're going to lose that set of audience. So content marketing is just a way of putting our content out there to get people engaged and re-engage at the same time.
First of all, tell me, what does a digital marketer do? And how does content marketing fit into that?
Okay, a digital marketer is someone that does marketing online, like internet marketing. So content marketing fits into this aspect because we are marketing to people online who we can see face to face. We can only get them remotely online. So content marketing is just a way of writing content like blog posts, review case studies to get these online audience engaged to a particular brand. So like you want to market a product, you try to come up with a story that this audience can relate with. So digital marketing and content marketing work hand in hand. Without the content, the digital marketing cannot fly.
Okay. If you're a small business owner and you're just starting out and thinking, how do I market my business? What do I use? Can you explain what the value of content marketing would be for somebody like that?
For small business owners that are just starting out, content marketing is very, very important because the audience you're trying to sell to does not know about your product because you're just starting out. Content marketing is a way of telling your audience what your brand is all about. So you try to make your content very short and it tells a story about your brand that this audience can quickly view in, maybe it can be in video form or written content where they can quickly, get a grasp of what your brand is all about. So it goes hand in hand, it informs them about your service offering and then to get these new customers or re-engage the old ones that you already have offline that you're trying to bring online.
Okay, so there are different types of content, video and yes, written articles and graphics and so on. In your opinion, which one works the best and why?
I always like when there is a proof to things. So just as I said, as a small business owners, people cannot trust your brand if there's nothing they can relate to or prove that people can see. So to me, content is something that contains everything that can keep me satisfaction. So to me, something that I can quickly get immersed with, get connected to without me going to reading on and on and on before I get to understand what you're trying to sell. So that would be something sort of like testimonials and reviews. Even if you're a small business owner that is just starting and you don't have people that have testified to your product, at least you must have used your own brand yourself for you to come up with something to tell people that, yes, this brand is really working the way I said it is. So if it was in my own opinion, testimonials and review would be the best content for me to believe your brand is truly what you said it is, because people has already testified to that. I studied while working, I work while studying. So without my prior experience, people won't believe that I truly have this experience in this field. So they won't have anything to do with me if I don't have anything to prove. So in terms of content, testimonials and reviews will be the best for me.
Okay. TikTok. Can we talk about TikTok for a moment? You're talking about short things. You don't want to read long articles. Is TikTok a great way to get your business out there in short content form?
Yes. It's really a great way, because now we are this generation that we have now, the generation said they're really online, trying to have fun. So you just have to meet them where they are. Make your content very short and make it fun. Don't make it look too dull. Just because you are selling insurance plan doesn't mean you have to always talk about. Just try to bring fun, creativity into it and get them engaged. Let them know the reason why you want them to use this. So make it very short and fun at the same time. So TikTok is really a great way to put out the content to the audience.
And what about podcasts? What do you think the value of podcasts are for content and marketing purposes?
Podcast is really educating. It's really a great way where you can tell people like an in-depth of what you're trying to do. So even where I'm currently working, we use podcasts as a content marketing strategy, where we bring in business owners to talk about the life experience, what motivated them to start their business, and how they were able to overcome their problems and the solutions that they applied. So podcast is really a way to get people, bring a story out of them, and come up with the solutions that the listeners can also relate with. So it's really good. It's a great medium.
A word you've been saying a lot is story. It's not just about buy this, buy from me, I'm the best, buy from me. There's got to be a story, because people engage with stories, whether you tell it in a podcast form or in a short TikTok video. But what is the secret of a good story?
The secret of a good story is the way you put it out there. You start with an attention grabber, which is a problem, because everyone is looking for a solution to a problem. So the secret to a good story is the one that comes with a problem that you first of all explain your problem, and then you come up with a solution. So that's the secret to a good storytelling.
If you don't know how to make a podcast, and I'm talking to my listener now, listening here, and we're talking a little bit about content and podcasting, I've just written a book about the topic called Become a Podmaster, Everything You Need to Know to Master the Art of Podcasting, which you can find on Amazon. So whether it's a podcast or whether it's an article or a TikTok video, how do you repurpose this? Because I think a lot of people just put one content form out and then that's it. They don't realize that there's so much you can do with it. So you can turn your blogs into TikTok videos and your TikTok videos into something else. What is your opinion about repurposing content?
Okay, and when it comes to repurposing content, like an article you're trying to sell on Amazon and trying to let people know about that. So you can repurpose the content by bringing out the main points you want your audience to get connected to. Because in your content, you don't say everything, because you still want your audience to go back to your article or your book that you've written. So you try to bring out part of that article that you've written that your audience can quickly connect to and grab what your book is all about, and then motivate them to take the necessary steps. So in repurposing that, you just need to come up with the idea of making it a simple call to action content. Maybe you're writing a true life story of yourself, of how you started and how you ended. So you can just bring something in between the content, like how you started, because there's always a gap, a summary. So repurposing it has to always be a summary to grab the attention of your audience to take, because in everything a marketer does, we're always trying to look for a way to make them take the necessary step. We're trying to put in the call to action. So we're trying to make them take the next step. So just bring a summary of what the audience will get from reading your article or your book. So repurpose your content by bringing a summary, not just introduction. Introduction is not even going to work, because a lot of people don't even have time to read your introductions. They'll just want to go into, okay, if I'm to read this book, how is it going to end? You don't have to give me the spoiler. Just tell a little bit, give me a little bit of salt of what I need to get from this book. So repurpose it by making it short, going straight to the point, make it accurate in summary, not in full detail, so that they can take the next step to where you want to lead them to.
So what you're saying is, let's take you have a book and you then want to make an infographic and you take 7 pertinent points, like really interesting content from your book, but just 7 brief points, and then put a link back to your content to say, look, if you want to learn more, go and read the book, here it is, or go and read the article or whatever it is that you are repurposing. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, because also, I mean, people are on different platforms. Not everybody is on Facebook anymore. Some people are on TikTok, some people are on LinkedIn, some people are just on the websites. You've got to find your audience where they are and then do your best through your content to bring them where you want them to go, not so?
Yes.
Okay. So there's somebody listening here now and they're going like, my goodness, content is so hard to create. If I could just have some tips or some suggestions or some tricks, what would you tell them? What are those tips, suggestions and tricks that they would find very valuable?
Okay, for me, I always work with something that I call CCPC. When I'm trying to write content, it's just clarity, concise, precise, and creative, because we are in a world where creativity matters most, even in writing. Don't just make your writing dull. When I'm talking about clarity, the content you're trying to write out, let it be clear for the audience to understand, not writing something that it will take your audience like minutes for them to understand what you're trying to let them know about your content. So just make it very clear. And then when I'm talking about concise, make it brief and precise, accurate and short. So creativity, add fun to it. Don't make it too dull. So make it clear, short, precise, and creative.
Short, precise, and creative. I like those 3 words. Really good. So give that acronym again. You said in the beginning.
It's CCPC, meaning clear, concise, precise, and creative.
Excellent. That's a great tip. Thank you very much for that. So, I mean, you obviously create some content and you do some digital marketing and social media and so on. Where, if people want to go and see, what does Debbie do? How does she do it? Where do they go to see that?
Okay, you can see that on GoWP, because that's where I'm currently working. So that's where I put out my content that I work with. And so you can see that on GoWP social media pages, like the Facebook, GoWP Facebook, at GoWP services on Twitter, and GoWP on LinkedIn. And for my own personal blog, I just started a small marketplace where small business owners can get to sell their products. So I'm writing blog posts on the importance of a marketplace for small business owners. So they can get to see that on www.connectsmet.com/blog.
Okay. And we'll put all those links in the description of the podcast so you can see exactly where to go and click on that and go and check out what Debbie does there. Tell us your contact details, and if somebody wants to get into contact with you or use your service or even ask a question, how would they get hold of you?
Yeah, they can reach me on my LinkedIn profile, which will be in the description. And also, you can reach me on my email, Deborah, Olaleye@gmail.com, and on my business line, admin@connectsmet.com.
Debbie, thanks so much for sharing this time with me.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And of course, if you want to learn more about repurposing content, well, get my book, Purposefully Repurposed for Profit, how to save time when you are doing your content strategy simply by repurposing a podcast. I'm Hendrik here for Baird Media, and you've been listening to Let's Talk Content Marketing.
If you want to join the conversation, find Ethan and Hendrik on LinkedIn. Also, visit the Baird Media website to look at the range of content services we provide. You will find all the links in the podcast description.